Hello, my name's Don Kent. In March 2017, I was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. Lewy body dementia is known as the most common disease that no one has ever heard of. Obtaining a diagnosis is a difficult issue. On average, it takes 7 physicians before a diagnosis is made. So getting a proper diagnosis, which is today's topic, is a very important issue. In my case, it took not just 7 doctors, it was the 7th neurologist I had seen before I got the diagnosis. So the first tip in getting a proper diagnosis is be persistent. Start with your usual physician, whoever that is, whoever he or she is, whatever his specialty, what a general internist, a general practitioner, a family physician, whatever, that's where you start. Now, one problem with Lewy is that the screening mechanisms to diagnose dementia illnesses focuses on memory, because Alzheimer's presents usually with a short-term loss of memory, and it accounts for over 70% of all dementias. Lewy body dementia, memory may never be affected or can be affected later in your course of your disease. So screening for memory only, you're going to not pick up Lewy body dementia. In my case, I was told repeatedly I didn't have Alzheimer's, but they weren't telling me what I had. So you need to be persistent going to the doctors, particularly a neurologist. Not all neurologists really know that much about Lewy body either. So sometimes you have to be persistent beyond your neurologist. A lot of times we have comorbid issues. I had some cardiac issues that had to be resolved, and those were during this time. So consult all appropriate specialties with the comorbid issues that you may be experiencing, and that may help relieve some of your symptoms. If you really don't get a diagnosis, and which has happened to me, I was not getting a diagnosis, and I became suicidal. And when I became suicidal, I told my wife about it. This was not at all like me, and she let my doctor know about it. She got all the guns out of the house, which saved my life, and we got to the referred to the Mayo Clinic. And at some point, if you're not getting a diagnosis, then you need to get to a higher level of care, such places as the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic. The Lewy Body Dementia Organization, a national organization advocating for people and caregivers of people with Lewy body dementia, has what they call their research centers of excellence. And those are the entities throughout the country that are well known for being very familiar with Lewy body dementia. You can look them up on their website and find one of those. Unfortunately, we do not have one of those in Texas. But find one and go there at your last resort.